So gift your soul and let it be. Soon you'll find your gift of legacy. I'm ready to color my world, ready to give to you. I'm ready to color my world, ready to give to you.
A very good evening and welcome to our beautiful Gift of Legacy celebration. Yesterday we celebrated 15 months going strong, and I'm so happy to welcome you all. We have hit the limit of 100 people on the Zoom, so we're going to ask everybody else that's joining or trying to join, just let everyone know that they can go onto our YouTube channel. We are live. And wow, what a blessing to be here. It's so wonderful to look through all the participants that have joined and to see so many loyal and people that have been with us from the very beginning, and people that have joined later but are so part of the family with their heart and soul, people that have gone through all of the boards, people that have received on platinum, people that are still on bronze but feel like they've received on platinum because they've discovered something so beautiful, something that totally speaks to the heart. And it takes us on the most beautiful inward journey, no matter what your faith is, because Gift of Legacy tests your faith in many different levels and different things. And it rewards you and it can disappoint you. But most of all, we have grown so much since joining this beautiful community, and each and every single one of us on this call and everybody involved in Gift of Legacy has a beautiful story to tell. And all of us have one thing in common, and that is we want to change the world, and we truly want to help people and help one another. So I couldn't think of a better place to be on this wonderful Tuesday evening in South Africa. And it's the 11th of April. 11 is a beautiful number as well. Yeah, so welcome. And let us know where you're dialing in from. You just have a look at all of the chats. And I think I've got lots of people that have joined us that are translating. I can see Oliver is busy translating as we speak. So many thank you to all the people that are translating. And thank you for all the people around the world that have dialed in. And I'm not sure if my co-pilot, Hercules, is hiding behind his picture this evening, or if he's going to join me in celebrating 15 months. But, we celebrate many more than 15 months together. We met through gifting. We had a common goal, and we just had a spark that was able to start the beautiful co-creation that Gift of Legacy is amongst 3 other people. And it's just so wonderful to celebrate that it started at 5 people, and now we're on close to 200,000 people. And that's what comes from building 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. The more people you tell, the more it spreads. So, yeah, I think I would love to start this evening. Oh, wait, there's Hercules. Okay, yay. Thank you for joining me, Herky.
Thank you for putting me on the spot, Candace.
As always. Is that it?
Okay, would you like to? Oh, welcome to everybody, Candace. There's not much that I can add to what you've already said, apart from expressing my gratitude to our community that have been with us on this lovely, beautiful, amazing journey. And I think it's evident in the fact that it's evident that GL will be with us for many, many, many years to come. 15 months, going strong, and it's evolving. We are continuously trying, funding permitted, to get GL to be the best experience, a user experience, that is, that we can. When funding is available, there's a couple of features and improvements that we would like to bring about, but I think in over a 15-month period, it's evident and very clear that a lot has gone into developing Gift of Legacy to really be measured against the best in the world. Having said that, I'm yet to find anything similar to Gift of Legacy that we could actually measure ourselves against. It is just a cut above everything that is out there. And besides that, the commitment from a beautiful, like-minded and like-hearted community that we have from all across the globe makes it even that more special. So yeah, looking forward to the next 15 months and 15 years. I am certainly committed, and I know as you are, Candice, and all our co-creators and custodians, together with this community, we will bring everybody closer to their abundance, not only financially, but on an emotional, spiritual level as well. So thank you very much from my side to one and all. And Candice, can I make use of this opportunity to thank you for ever being present and just radiating the passion you have for Gift of Legacy and for what it stands for. We really appreciate you and we love you. Thank you very much.
Oh, thanks so much, Herky. It's seeing all these beautiful faces and coming together once a month as an international community. And it's just been so beautiful to witness over the 15 months. We had a vision before we started, and the vision, you know, came into action when everybody joined boards, and it's just been so incredible to now, because we've got free time and we don't do Zooms every evening. It's so wonderful that when big communities like Romania, for example, invited us on a call the other evening, and it was so incredible to expect to maybe see about 500 people. That's what I expected. And then before we knew it, there were actually 2,000 people that were all watching together. There were 500 on a Zoom and another 1,500 on YouTube. And I was just so blown away because we weren't expecting that at all. And it was just so incredible to stand back and just have a look at what's been created from, you know, a vision where we wanted to move away. We didn't have a choice. We had to move away from a gifting platform that wouldn't allow us to participate because it said for US residents only. And we were already believers in it because that platform was working for us. It was just a little bit outdated, and there was no password reset button. So if you lost your password, there was no support, there was nothing. So it was always a little bit of a gamble to start, but we knew that it worked because we'd been through the boards. So we had people that were relying on us. I wonder who that is. Anyway, we had people that were relying on us, and we had to just create something. So Gift of Legacy was born from that. And to get on a Zoom call and be witness to 2,000 Romanian and Spanish people combined that had come together because two people happened to know each other. And I think the Romanian leader knew how to speak Spanish, and they came together across the oceans and forged a beautiful team that has now got them to the platinum board, and they are just absolutely showing us what it's all about if you do it properly. So I'm going to do a presentation this evening because I feel we haven't done one for a very long time. And before I do that, I'm going to announce that finally, after many weeks, it was a little bit more complicated than what we thought. We are happy to announce that from this evening, it was deployed a couple of hours ago, auto join has now been disabled. So that means if you're on a bronze board and you collect your 8 gifts and you confirm that bronze board, your board will complete, you will be moved off the boards, and you will no longer be automatically joined to a higher board. You will have the choice and your free will to join that higher board, but we really and truly encourage you to join that higher board, because if everybody follows the guidelines, the perpetual boards will move fast. But sometimes the perpetual boards don't move as fast as people would like, because you've always got to remember that you've got to have 2 active participants that are behind you. And those 2 that come behind you need to have those 2 active participants. And everybody needs to look after at least their first, 4 people. And if we all do that and people join the higher boards and they go perpetual, it will work beautifully. Just as we've seen with many different groups of people that are using the system the way that we've explained how it needs to be used. So, but the beautiful thing is that we've also taken into consideration that life happens and we are a gifting community and we want to help people. So if you are in a position and you're on your bronze board and you get your gifts and a doctor's bill comes up or your car breaks down and you have to use that money, well, then thank goodness you were able to use it. But take it as a loan from the community, because it was supposed to be shared amongst the community and now you've used it for yourself. So we can't help what happens in life, but you've committed to Gift of Legacy. So try to follow the rules. And if you do fall off and you land up having to use the money like has happened before, make sure you get back in, because the higher you go on the boards, the more gifts you stand to receive. And then the higher you go, the more gifts you stand to receive. And then it will be so much easier to live your life. But if you're just going to live your life off the bronze board and depending on $700 every month and only putting $100 in, that's all you're going to receive. And that's all you're allowing yourself to receive is $700. But if you move on to the higher boards and you encourage everybody that joined you on this journey to do the same, you'll be able to receive much more than just $700. You'll be able to receive $49,700, just like many people who have gone through all of the boards that are doing it properly. It is achievable. It works. But like anything in life, you have to follow the recipe for it to be perfect. If you're baking a cake and it tells you to use 3 eggs and 100 grams of sugar and put it in the oven for 45 minutes, and you use an egg, you leave out the sugar and you bake it for 20 minutes, you're not going to be eating that cake, that's for sure. So welcome to Gift of Legacy, everybody, where we are here to change the world. And before I start the presentation, I would love to read a little testimonial that somebody from Romania sent in. And it's obviously been translated in English. So this is from Gina Dobretu, and the translation is this. Good evening to all. My name is Gina and I'm from Romania. I'm very happy to be a part of this beautiful community called Gift of Legacy. I entered this wonderful project on the 9th of February, and I sat down at the first bronze table where I wholeheartedly donated $100. And on the 9th of April, I reached the platinum table. I traveled this beautiful road together with my team of 1,000 people. I would like to thank the creators and Mrs. Nia for this opportunity. And last but not least, Ms. Donna, who invited me to this project. I know that this website has a fairly high monthly cost, and precisely to support it, I would like to make it known, just as it was made known to us, that we can give as much as we can to support the costs of the platform. I'm very happy to be part of Gift of Legacy, and I will continue to share from now on with all those who are willing to have a better life. Thank you. So Gina is on the call. Gina, you just want to raise your hand, it will take you to the top, or otherwise I'm going to just spotlight you. Let me just see. Go.
Bună seara tuturor, oameni frumoși!
Hi, Gina.
Hi! Eu sunt Gina Dobrițoiu.
You can say what you wrote in your language. You can say in Romanian.
Ok, thank you. Numele meu este Gina Dobrițoiu și mă bucur tare mult că mă aflu în acest proiect minunat. Drumul meu a început pe data de 9 februarie și până în acest moment l-am parcurs frumos alături de echipa mea și am ajuns la masa de platină. Am pornit de jos, de la masa de bronz și împreună cu echipa mea, cu mulți dintre ei, am ajuns la mesele superioare. Eu, pe data de 9 aprilie, am intrat la masa de platină. Sunt foarte fericită că sunt în acest proiect, îndrum pe toată lumea să intre cu inima deschisă în acest proiect. Am intrat doar cu 100 de euro și am ajuns la masa de platină, unde mă așteaptă cele mai frumoase cadouri și anume cele de 40.000 de euro. Mulțumesc doamnei Nia pentru acest proiect minunat. Thank you for mulțumesc creatorilor de asemenea, Candice și nu mi-aduc aminte cum se numește celălalt creator. Mulțumesc foarte mult. Îndrum pe toți cei care doresc să aibă parte de abundență, să se alăture acestui proiect, pentru că este fantastic. Dacă eu am putut, toți pot să ajungă la masa de platină sus. Trebuie doar să vrei. Mulțumesc foarte mult și pe această cale aș vrea să fac un anunț și anume, știu că platforma se întreține cu niște costuri și anume lunar de 12.800 de euro, ceva de genul, așa că noi am fost îndrumați la rândul nostru să dăruim din puținul nostru cât poate fiecare pentru această site web, pentru întreținerea și toate ajornările pe care se fac pe această platformă. Mulțumesc foarte mult tuturor și vă aștept în număr cât mai mare în Gift of Legacy. Mulțumesc!
Thank you so much, Gina, and that is absolutely amazing. She joined in February, platinum by April. That is like record speed, but you see, it just proves that it can be done. I would never say that that's the norm. That's just absolutely amazing. She's obviously got an incredible team and they communicate well and they work together. And that's what it's all about. It's about truly coming together as a community and just making it work and knowing that it does work. And wow, now it's just huge from here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, let me just read your spotlight. Okay, so I am going to start with the presentation. Okay, there we go. All right, so welcome everybody. Welcome to Gift of Legacy. Gift of Legacy is the most beautiful gifting activity that has created abundance for the last 15 months and will continue to do so. As long as people keep joining and the gifts keep coming, we will be able to just carry on with this beautiful community. I, for one, have made so many incredible friends from all across the globe. And I can't wait for the day that we all get to have enough gifts that travel is no option and we can just get on a plane and go and visit each other, and very possible with Gift of Legacy. So just a disclaimer, This presentation is for information sharing only and is not to be construed as financial advice. Neither myself nor Gift of Legacy are registered financial or tax advisors, and the information given here is only intended to give examples of what a participant may expect, and especially when following the guidelines. So Gift of Legacy is a gifting activity that simply drives the movement of monetary gifts between individuals across the world. It's a new way for communities to generate the perpetual movement of wealth between individuals. And it is a change in thinking where people join together to thrive and not merely survive. Together, we will color the world. So what is it all about? Well, it's a beautiful thing called sacred economics. And this gifting traces back to the 1960s. It's been off the mainstream media for decades. It's 100% legal. And it's been in tribes and Ubuntu movements with communities from all over the world that work together and look after one another. It is a global gifting activity that is in over 100 countries where we've uplifted communities and created abundance and self-development. And I know one of our participants was actually sharing with me the other day that they've even been able to fund a charity that has provided water to people in Kenya. So people are already doing such beautiful things out there. Okay, so it's more than just a gifting activity. We help each other grow and succeed while supporting each other and uplifting one another. You gift from your heart when you join as a gifter. You share the love when you're a builder. You guide your team when you're a guide. And then, of course, you become the legend and start building your legacy by being able to retain a couple of your gifts and using the rest to redistribute the wealth amongst the community and move up within the boards to get even more gifts for your legacy. We are truly a community with the same vision, and that is we want to change lives. We are changing lives, and we have changed so many lives already. So how do we start? Well, the beautiful thing about Gift of Legacy is that you enter it by purely gifting $100 to the legend on the board. This is the one and only time you'll ever take money out of your own pockets. So this isn't something that you'll receive and then the next minute they'll tell you, okay, now in order to get more money, you're going to have to put more money in. Every gift that you get is as a result of putting that $100 in. And when you use money and your gifts to go up the boards or on your perpetual journey, you are redistributing the wealth that is already gifted to you by other participants within Gift of Legacy. And gifting is purely peer-to-peer. So 100% of all the gifts are directly sent to the legend on the board. So when you sign up, there's no credit card details that you need to put in. There's no membership fee that you need to put in. Although we do have Gracious Givers Movement, which is our nonprofit that funds the ongoing maintenance and development of Gift of Legacy. So we always do appreciate donations. But there is no central place that you are going to put the $100 when you join. You are going to give it to somebody else that also entered with $100, and now it's purely their time to receive. And we recommend, if you haven't done so already, try and get as many payment gateway options as possible. We are finding, though, that crypto is proving to be the easiest, from country to country. And it is really simple to use if you are just sending and receiving crypto to one another. But get Airtime, get PayPal, get WorldRemit, Revolut, crypto bank transfers can be done between people that are generally in the same country. And remember, there is no middleman or third party ever involved. The way that it should work is you get your referral link from the person that invited you. The right thing to do is use the referral link from the person that invited you, and make sure that as the person that has invited, now that you can see who your inviter and your invitees are on the board, make sure that it is indeed coming to you, because there's a lot of things that can happen where people get confused and people sign up underneath each other. So just make sure that your strategy is very clear. And just make sure that you're not getting somebody to sign up for you, because, you know, unless it's done properly and managed properly, it can be quite dangerous. But like I say, we now have as a new feature, if you go onto your board and you click on a name of any of the people that are on the board, you'll be able to see a little bit more information than was there before. You'll be able to see the inviters' details and their email address as well. So I'm going to explain to you now in the next couple of slides how the boards actually work. And what you'll do is you'll follow the yellow circle, which will represent you on your journey. And once you get on your board, you contact the legend. You say, "Hi, Gina, I'm Candace. I'm gifter number 3 on your board. How would you like your gift? This is what I have available." And then you can make a plan. Once you become a builder, I would suggest that is when you share Gift of Legacy and you get the people to join under you as a builder. The reason why I say that is because that ensures that you move as closely together through the boards as possible. And a lot of people like to travel with their teams. They don't like to be split up. So ideally, the best place to put your invitees is when you are a builder. That's why it's called builder. And that is when you're going to share Gift of Legacy with like-minded and like-hearted people who will in turn do the same. And now we'll take a look at your journey through the 4 boards, which is the $100 bronze, $400 silver, the $1,600 gold, and then of course the $5,000 platinum. And you'll start as gifter, then become a builder, then a guide, and finally legend, which is where the fun really begins. And through your first cycle, you will receive gifts totaling $42,700 if you follow the guidelines and you join the boards as you're supposed to in the order that you're supposed to. And on your perpetual cycle, you will then earn a little bit more because now you're not paying to go, gifting to go higher up on the boards. And that will total $49,700. It's achievable. People on this call have done it. They're smiling about it. Some of them had the amazing experience of having all 8 gifters on the platinum board at the same time or very close together and receiving their gifts very, very quickly. And then other people got them trickling in one at a time. But, you know, either way, you're still receiving $5,000 gifts at that stage, and it is super exciting. So let's go. This is what the board looks like. You've got your left hemisphere and your right hemisphere. The legend is in the middle, and then the gifter, builder, and guide start on either side. You'll enter with $100, and once you get through, you will then exit with $800. But let's break it down a little bit more. So you will enter as a gifter. You'll contact the legend. You normally click on this part over here, and a little info box will pop up that will have the username. It will have the contact number, it will have the email address, and now it will have the inviter and the inviter's email address as well. You'll say, "Hi, legend, I am a gifter on your board. Where would you like me to send your $100 gift?" And then more gifters will join. After 4, the legends can fast track and join the silver board with the first $400 gifts. We suggest highly that you do that because then you could be on a $400 silver board that lands up moving quicker than the bronze board actually is. So you could move faster on your $400 board if, you know, the right-hand side of your board is somehow moving slower. So it's really good to get onto that $400 board as soon as you can. And of course, after receiving 4 gifts, you'd be able to do that again without taking a single cent out of your pockets. And of course, you would have got that $100 back that you first gifted, which is wonderful. And then, of course, as the legend has to wait now for the other 4 before this board actually closes. And as the legend, they receive $800 in gifts, which is absolutely wonderful. Once the board closes, you then become a builder. And this is where your gifters will come in, gifter 1 and 2. And then, of course, you've got your 3 and 4 that will come. The board will split on that side. This guide will become a legend on the new board. But of course, this legend remains until the last 4 gifts come in. And then that side splits off and that guide becomes a legend.
Disponéis de memory senior con DHA que contribuye al funcionamiento normal del cerebro, más específico para personas mayores. Recuerda, de memoria, de forma audición.
There we go. See. Okay, so after all 8 gifts, the legend closes the board. You will then move to your guide position. Your gifters will now become builders A and B. And then their invitees will come in with them. So that is C, D, E, and F. Of course, when either hemisphere fills, the guide will split off to become a legend on their own board. And this board will only complete once all 8 gifters have been accepted. Then, of course, it's your turn now. You are finally the legend. And now, in a perfect world, this would be your whole team that's now on a board together. And their gifters that they bring in as builders will now be gifting you $800 in gifts. It is such a beautiful moment. And that's when your whole world opens up and you realize, this is amazing. This is the best thing since anything, because it is the complete opposite to the way that we've been brainwashed into thinking that we need to work hard for making a living. This is just about communicating and working together as a team and looking after one another. It's about helping one another. And it's not about winning a race, because we all get there in the end if we all work together. So here you receive $800, and $300 of that is yours to keep. If your original board is not complete, you will go back as a gifter on your perpetual cycle once you have obviously closed the board, and that's where you would use $100 from the $500 that you use to move on. So here you can see you receive $800, but you'll hold back $400 for your silver board, and you will hold back $100 for your perpetual bronze, and that's your $500 to move to the next boards. And then, of course, you get to keep, like I said, $300. That's your $100, your first gift that you gave. That's $100 back, and then $200 in your pockets. And I've seen people do this in a day. I'm not saying that that's, normal, but if people get together and they gather enough people and they train people before they even start joining the boards, they can do this in a day. You show me one financial institution out there that triples your money in a day if you put it in there. That is just incredible. And it really absolutely works. And it's using the beauty of gifting one another, sharing presence and sharing love from our hearts. That's not all, because now you've got your perpetual journey. So you use the $100 to go back in, and everybody that came onto your boards, ideally, if they decide to follow you on the perpetual journey onto your 400, they will be responsible for repeating exactly that. You'll be a gifter. You'll then move into builder. The people that you brought in as gifters will follow you onto your $100 perpetual board once they complete as legends and they come here. Then their invitees will follow them. And that is how it stimulates movement through the boards to get to a legend position. And this time around, because you don't need to use $400 to go into your next board, you will get to keep $700 and use $100 to go on each perpetual journey. And if all of the people that you brought in follow the guidelines and they do exactly the same thing, it just repeats perpetually over and over and over and over again. From teams that have done really well, one of the secrets that they use in their strategies is when they get to perpetual and they get to builder, they put 2 more people in. That's how they keep it going, and it goes faster. It's not required. I'm just sharing that this has worked for many, many people. And if you're really serious about getting that $700 perpetually, imagine how much of a difference you could do if you just brought and invited 2 more people each time you went on your perpetual board. And if everybody did that, oh my goodness, it would be so fast. It would be amazing. So then we've got our second board, our silver board, where you entered with $400 that you saved from your bronze board. And when you get to legend, remember what I said, everybody that followed you on that first bronze board will follow you exactly the same way. You'll get to legend and you get to keep, well, you get $3,200 of which you get to keep $1,600 for your gold board. So that enters you onto the gold board. And this for me is where the fun really starts. And then of course, you hold back $400 so you can repeat the perpetual journey on the $400 board. So the beautiful thing about this is that you get to keep in your pocket $1,200. And what did you do? You started with $400, which you made from being on the bronze board in the first place. So now $1,200, all you had to do was make sure that everybody that's working together within Gift of Legacy is still excited, is still able to invite people, is still talking about it. You guys are talking amongst each other. So important to keep the energy alive. And then the perpetual journey, again, everybody that you brought in that followed you, and people might drop off along the way. If people drop off, replace them. Replace them with people that are going to support you on your journey. This works if we all have 2 active participants that are following us. When you get to legend on your perpetual journey, now, because you only need to use $400 to move on to your next perpetual $400 board, you now get to keep $2,800 over and over and over again. And the beautiful thing is, when you're on the perpetual silver board, you don't necessarily have to put 2 people in on the perpetual silver because you can't. So as long as you keep looking after the bronze board, that will actually look after all your other boards. And that's what's so important to remember, is the bronze board is where all of the action happens, because that's where all of the new people that we invite to join us on the journey have to begin theirs. The gold board, we entered with $1,600 and we exit with $12,800. We get to actually hold back $5,000 for the platinum board. And those of you that have got to the platinum board, when you've got to the platinum board, it is such a wonderful feeling to be able to give somebody $5,000, because you didn't have to take it out of your pocket. You didn't have to go get a loan from the bank. You received it in gifts from other people in the community. And it is so wonderful to be able to share that. And I think so many people get so excited to gift on the platinum board. And when they receive, the same excitement comes back. And I don't actually know which one feels better, the giving or receiving. It's just so wonderful to be able to do that. And so wonderful that after 15 months, there are so many more people that are doing it. So the wonderful thing is, you'll enter the platinum for $5,000, and then you will be able to repeat your perpetual journey on your gold board for $1,600. So you still get to keep in your pockets $6,200. Now, I don't know about you, but I could go on a really wonderful holiday with that. That's for sure. Wouldn't need to deal with winters anywhere. We could follow the sunshine all over the world. And your perpetual journey is even better, because now you only have to save $1,600, which is one gift. You only have to save that to go on your perpetual journey. And you just repeat it over and over again. As long as you have the people following you that always were following you, you'll be able to move through the boards with beautiful ease. And lastly, we have our platinum board, where you entered with the $5,000. And now you will exit with $40,000. And every time you go on this journey, you only need to use $5,000, one gift that you hold back. So the gifts that you get to keep are $35,000 in your pocket each time you're journeying through platinum. And perpetually, over and over again, you are going to be receiving $35,000, along with everybody that has held tight and just kept up, kept communicating with one another, kept working together over and over again. The beautiful thing about this is, while your platinum board is working and you're receiving all those gifts, you could also be receiving on these boards at the same time or individually. It all really just depends on how the movement is, where everyone is. But the beautiful thing is that you will have 4 active boards all at the same time. And that is, should you choose to enter them, which we really suggest that you do. Like I said, the journey to the platinum board relies solely on everybody joining the boards and everybody just keeping up with the promise that they made when they gave you their sacred yes to join our community in the first place. So just a summary again of potential gifts, should you choose to go up and spread the wealth amongst everybody else in the community. Your first cycle through all the boards, you will receive $42,700, and your perpetual cycle, you will receive $49,700. That's definitely one way that we can start trying to change the world, that's for sure. You join by sending an unconditional gift of $100 to the legend. Invite 2 like-minded, like-hearted people to follow you on your journey. Always make sure you've got 2 active participants that are working with you. Encourage your 2 invitees to do the same and encourage their invitees to do the same. Join the boards, the $100, the $400, the $1,600, and the $5,000 in the first round, and then of course perpetually for each round, because why wouldn't you want to go through the same beautiful notion of receiving 8 gifts over and over again? But it only works if we do the same for everyone else when we complete our boards and we share the gifts with everyone else too. Very, very, very important, especially on the higher boards. If you're completing on a gold board and you didn't take those first 4 gifts and put yourself on a platinum board, and then you get the next 4, you might not be lucky enough to have enough money to go on to platinum. And it's really, really silly not to, because sure, $40,000 compared to $12,800, it's a massive difference from the gold board to the platinum board. And remember, you cannot advance to the next board without your 2 confirmed invitees, and make them count, because if they don't move, you're not going to move. We have a user-friendly website, and we've got an academy on the tabs within the website. Everything and anything you need to know is there. Our translators have done the most amazing job of translating everything that we've ever put out there. It's really wonderful to just see how everyone works together for the greater good. Nobody gets paid to do anything. We do it because we love it and because we want to share this and make it easy for everyone else to share as well. We have an innovative algorithm, which is various features that ensure the sustainable movement on boards. Now, algorithm is not a magic wand. If you have a Spotify account or you watch YouTube and you have a certain thing that you like to watch, YouTube will pick up on it and they will start showing you things that are similar to what you like to see. And that's how that they keep you entertained and stuck on the screen for hours at end. But if you were not searching and looking on YouTube for things that are interesting to you, YouTube would not be able to show you what you find interesting, because you're not giving YouTube anything to work with. And it's the very same with Gift of Legacy. Those teams that are building 2 by 2 by 2, that are working within the guidelines, the algorithm supports them. If you land up not having invitees and then compression comes along and you land up on a board that looks half empty, the algorithm has done its best to put you with as many people that are as close to your lineage as possible. So if there are a lot of gaps, there's going to be a lot of gaps on the boards. If you're a team that is working very closely together, there's no time that you're ever going to have that somebody drops off and a builder position needs to be filled, or there's a guard missing. That will never happen with teams that are working together that are building 2 by 2 by 2. So we have to support the algorithm, and then the algorithm will support us. But it is just a set of rules, just like how a traffic light works. That's also based on an algorithm. Everything that we do on the internet that keeps us glued to the screen is based on algorithms that measure our behavior and then respond to that. It's exactly the same for Gift of Legacy. We are a worldwide community. We've got participants in over 100 countries. Deeple.com has become my best friend. And what's so wonderful is it's even a little Chrome extension. So everything that I type on the internet, I've got the option to translate it now. It's absolutely amazing. And Wow, what a wonderful way to communicate at the click of a button, and it can translate a whole paragraph, and you can communicate with somebody that doesn't speak a word of your language. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's one of my favorite things about this community is that we are so strung together in so many beautiful ways. We have a volunteer support team who provides assistance to the GL community. And because of the sensitive information that we deal with, we are very small. So sometimes it will take a little bit longer for us to get to you, but all things considered and compared to a lot of huge companies that are out there that I've had to deal with for support, I think Gift of Legacy does pretty well. So big ups to the support team. And just be kind to one another, because the person that's dealing with you at the end of the computer is a person, it's not a bot. So just be kind, and we're also part of the community and the family. Cross-pollination will apply when you can't follow your inviter. So the rule applies that you will follow your inviter as best as possible, but if a board is full, then you will be notified that the board that you're trying to join is full, and then you will be sent to another board. Okay, and also we have angel positions. You will see either GGM on your boards. What we do is we replace missing legends with GGM positions, because number one, sometimes a legend would have received a few gifts, and then if somebody had to trickle up from a guide to legend, they wouldn't be able to carry on with $500 to move to the next boards. So GGM takes a position in there. But with GGM, this is Gracious Givers Movement. And this is the reason why Gift of Legacy is here today and why it has the functions that it does, because Gracious Givers Movement also has positions within the program, and all of the developments that we've done has been funded by GGM. So when you do see a GGM position, know that when you are gifting that legend, you are contributing towards the development and the ongoing maintenance of the program, which is beautiful. The reason why I'm also telling you this is they are not always in receiving. So when they are not in receiving, we don't have a constant flow of funds coming in to support Gift of Legacy. And that's when we really rely on the community using the donate button, which is under your boards. It says GGM donate. So when you've received and you're feeling generous, don't forget about us. We would really appreciate that. And also we have GGM positions and we have angel positions. There's a lot of people that also use the name angel, but a lot of our positions that are angel positions are also the cross pollinators. So they don't have inviters, and they were always there so that when they go from board to board, they go to the oldest boards. So they actually will look after the oldest boards. And we've got a wonderful team that's being built behind one of them that slowly is going to start supporting the oldest boards. So we actually joined a board, Angel One joined a board a week ago. That was from January 2022 when we first launched. So that is also cross-pollinating. So we've got the best of both. And we've tried all sorts of things throughout the year and the 15 months. And the way that we explain how to use Gift of Legacy is the best way that we found so far. Fast tracking. Fast tracking allows you to color your world faster. That means that if you've got 2 confirmed invitees and you have extra money that you want to actually take out of your own pocket so you can go to the higher boards faster, that is what you can do. But of course, just think about the way Gift of Legacy works. It is best when you decide to do that, do it with a team, do it so that, you know, at least a few of you can do the same thing, and then you can ensure momentum and movement on the higher boards, which is also really exciting. So when you want to fast track, you don't need any extra people. Initially, we actually had, you had to invite quite a number of people before you were able to fast track. But now you only need your minimum of 2 people. And once you've been confirmed on silver, you can fast track to gold. Once you've been confirmed on gold, you can fast track to platinum. So we've had it where, you know, teams gather together, they get a good couple of people together, and then they all do that, and they are enabled to ensure their movement on the higher boards very quickly as well. So just important to remember, please, no promoting on social media. Believe you me, we could have used social media to our advantage in the very beginning. We could have set it up all very well, but we know that social media is like a hunting and a breeding ground for scammers and scamming. And we really wanted to stay off the mainstream and really keep this underground, because this is truly about a sacred invitation. It's about somebody joining you that is going to be with you for the long haul. Somebody that sees an opportunity on Facebook doesn't have that kind of integrity, and they're not going to stick it out with you. They're just looking for an opportunity to make a quick buck. And Gift of Legacy is not that. It really requires people working together and bringing in the dawn of the new earth, because we've got to work together to get through the boards. Remember, no filling of spaces. Somebody that doesn't understand how Gift of Legacy works, that just puts spaces in, is going to get a board stuck. That's why we have auto remove. So if somebody doesn't log in for a while, or they become a space filler, somebody that's not interested, then their position will get removed and somebody else will trickle up into that position. So it's really silly to just put a space filler in, like your dog or your cat. Or, you know, if you're going to put your children in, make sure that you've got 4 or 6 other people to support those positions. And remember, when you share this, don't over-explain it. Rather just get them to watch. We've got an 8-minute presentation, a very short version of what I'm explaining here, and it puts it in a nutshell. You won't get tongue-tied. They'll be able to get a better understanding of how it works. And rather invite people to come to a live. These ones that we do once a month are quite festive. We normally share lots of testimonies. And of course, we've got loads and loads of training available in so many different languages as well. So it is important to remember that there are no guarantees. Your success or failure will really depend on your willingness to participate and truly follow the guidelines of Gift of Legacy. It remains an individual's responsibility to ensure compliance with tax laws in your country. All you need to do is Google donations tax in my country, and you'll get a whole lot of information about that. And remember that Gift of Legacy is decentralized. We have no third-party affiliation, ownership, or partnership. And if you are joining via a third party, please do so at your own risk. And remember that Gift of Legacy is 100% peer-to-peer. No funds ever get paid to our platform. Gifts are always given to Gift of Legacy participants, and you only ever gift a legend when you land on their board. You actually sign into your profile, you click on your board, you click on the legend. That's the legend's details. It's a beautiful private transaction between the two of you that can be done in a multitude of various ways via all of this wonderful technology that we have for moving money around all over the world. And please make sure to be plugged in. Join our YouTube channel, become a subscriber. We've got amazing Telegram channels for all different languages. We've got ones where you can chat with one another. We've also got ones purely for information. And like I said, in all the different languages, which is just amazing. And you can just look for them on Telegram. And we also have our Zoom meetings. It's generally the second Tuesday of every month. We try and celebrate as close to the 10th of every month because we launched on the 10th of January 2022. So thank you so much for the amazing attendance, the amazing vibrations, and just for being on this journey for the last 15 months with us. And may we go from absolute strength to strength. So we are exactly 5 minutes away from 9 o'clock. Thank you all. Let's just keep sharing from the hearts, keep talking with one another, and let's just keep changing lives. Lots of love, everybody. Bye-bye.